Hannah,
Hello.
I had a VR incident that I need to tell you about.
Oh, joy.
Um, I've been playing a lot of VR recently.
I've seen.
Mostly Maestro, and also I played a um I played a VR game. One of those kind of it's a delivery game. It's one of those horror games where like the characters are going through dungeons. Um, I forget what game it's based off, like what game it's kind of ripping off. Um, but I went to put a package down and I punched my desk. And I honestly thought that I like broke a finger at first.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The pain went away
When did this happen?
yesterday.
You poor thing.
That's my fault. I have all of this room in my living room, and I chose the spot right in front of my desk to uh play my VR games.
I mean, in my own personal experience with the VR, the best place for it is a cluttered office.
Yeah. A cluttered office. I'm also surprised that I haven't broken my monitor because I've hit my monitor several times.
Oh,
But I guess that's what happens when you don't bother setting up, boundaries or any of the multitude of safety features that they've built into those headsets now.
yeah, boundaries are important.
Yeah, that's all I got.
It's mighty strange. You looking happily deranged. I can't be sailors in bed. Or have you picked your target yet? It's ended. Don't you dog bite? It's ended.
It is that time of the week. It is Sunday once again, and you know what that means. It is recording day for Online for Maintenance, the official, in theory, podcast of MMOFallout.com. You can check us out at patreon.com/MMOFallout. You're watching us on YouTube live in a pre-recorded format, and this is episode 31, Selective Femory. Selective Femory. That's what I was going for.
There we go. Okay, I was like, wait, what? All right, Femory, I get. Yeah, okay.
I'm Summer,
I'm Hannah.
and this is a podcast where we talk about Minecraft and occasionally other video games. Hannah,
Yeah.
what have you been up to this week?
Work and Minecraft, mostly Minecraft.
Same.
You know.
Tell me more.
So I've noticed that Felipe hasn't really done much. I think he's on vacation this week.
I think he is on vacation this week. It is the week before Canadian Thanksgiving. I think he takes a few
Oh,
weeks off.
I was not aware of that. Yeah, he
Right.
is Canadian.
Actually, Canadian Thanksgiving is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense now. Because okay, yeah, he is Canadian, or at least it's a Canadian company that he's
Yeah.
that we hired him through. So okay, that all makes sense.
I never yeah, I really know, now that I think about it, I never put together that the construction company was Canadian, although given that their logo is a giant head of Celine Dion, that might have been obvious in hindsight.
I'm not sure if that's their logo.
What?
Yeah, that I'm not. You may be. I'm not sure. That's a new one to me.
You've never looked at their letterhead?
No.
Oh. It's just their logo, it's the company name stamped on Celine Dion's forehead.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I never put two and two together that they were a Canadian company, but I mean, now I guess it makes sense.
I just thought that was an art piece. Oh my gosh.
No, that's their logo.
Oh wow.
I don't know if it's licensed. I don't know if they have her permission, but that's the logo. But yeah, there's not much, not a whole lot going on in that sector of the this plot line. But I know you've been doing a lot on the item sorter this week.
No, I've actually been doing a little bit more than just building this week. I have done some exploring. I'll be completely honest. I used a web tool to find a biome because like mangrove forests can either be really really huge or be really really small. And the server that we have on, I looked around. Apparently the mangroves around here are pretty small.
Yeah.
So I had to use a tool to find one. There was one about diagonally 3,000 blocks out. So I went out, got mangrove wood, harvested a bunch of stuff there, was able to get like the last wood that I needed for the item sorter. Because we did have at one point 3 different item sorters. One was handling like there was like 2 main ones and then a smaller one that was just acacia wood. It's all one big item sorter now. It is all connected. If you just chuck everything that you want and chuck any stone or wood into the chest, it will handle everything except the crimson wood. That one's not done yet.
Cool. I took down a mansion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. You got the armor trim that was out of there.
Yep. And we also took down
The Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I uploaded a video of it to the YouTube.
We got it on the first try too.
Yeah.
Like just the 2 of us.
It was surprisingly easy.
It was a lot easier than I remember it because I've killed it like 2 or 3 times before, and this was definitely the easiest time. I was absolutely the most prepared for it this time, though.
We I think we spent more time preparing for it than we actually did fighting it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because we were getting like a bunch of blocks, a bunch of getting our equipment as enchanted as possible, getting potions, getting like all that stuff. And then you died once.
I died 1 time. Yeah, you didn't die at all.
You died 1 time, but by bad luck from the thing throwing you off of one of the towers.
Yeah, that was it too. I only fell off the one of the pillars that I was trying to get up to kill one of the end crystals or the nether crystals.
Yeah.
I forget what those are called. I forget what a lot of things are. As I get older, names become more meaningless.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crystals at the top of the towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was honestly surprisingly easy. And I mean, you did a really, really good job at that too. Because like, I think, because I forget how many there are. There's like 8 or 9 that appear.
Yeah.
And you did about half of them. I did about half of them. You know, it's a pretty bog standard fight these days. And then once the crystals recharge the Ender Dragon's health, so you can technically kill it without taking down the crystals. It's just almost impossible to do it.
Right.
But we took down the crystals, did the easy job, got it down. It was actually surprisingly, like you said, surprisingly easy.
Yeah, the dragon didn't put up much of a fight, really.
I remember it doing more, like, I remember it coming in and swooping in and doing more, like, hand-to-hand combat damage, and I remember it just, like, picking you up and throwing you more. It really didn't do that very often.
Yeah. I assume it, knowing Mojang, I assume that the Ender Dragon was probably a lot more aggressive in the past, considering that in the older days of Minecraft, like the Ender Dragon was truly the end.
Mm-hmm.
Before, because like the Ender Dragon and kind of what we were talking about with the creepers, like they used to be a much more prominent part of the game, and then everything has expanded out since then. It's like what you mentioned where you said that they've said that if they could go over from the start that the creepers wouldn't be in the game.
Yeah, a lot of
Or they
people
would
have
be heavily changed from what they are now.
Yeah, because they're incredibly annoying. They're really like, we've got a mod on the server that turns off creeper world damage now. You'll still take you'll still take damage from them, but the whole like world destructive thing just becomes a burden. Especially the way that I build it, I've talked about it. If a creeper goes off, it could potentially take out weeks worth of work.
Yeah.
I've got stuff in there that I don't know, like I'd have to have screenshots of it in order to redo it. I don't really necessarily have a formula of how I do this stuff. It's art.
Yeah.
So, when you take that into consideration, it's like, yeah, I know of a couple of servers that do it like throughout without a mod or whatever, but it involves like big like machines that involve spawning lots of mobs to just turn off mob spawning entirely.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's in the spirit of Minecraft, but no one realistically is going to do that.
Right.
Especially on a server. This is a server of 2 people. This is just a server for you and me. That
Yeah.
that would take a machine that would take you and me like months to build, and then for what gain?
Yeah, and it's just it made more sense when I like we talk occasionally about like when I played Minecraft, and Minecraft was more so the survival aspect of it was you build a base, you harvest stuff during the day, and then at night you get attacked by mobs. So like the idea of the creeper had more relevance back then because you you wanted like part of the gameplay was having your base blown up. But now where there's more creative building and where there's more um you get to a point very early on where creepers are not a threat to your health,
Yeah.
but then it just becomes a nuisance to the things that you're building.
Yeah, and at that point, like, because the other option that you can do is just light up the area so that you don't spawn, but then it's just you have torches everywhere.
But also that doesn't stop them because you get a ton of creepers that don't care about the light, that just like when we had the damage, when the damage was still turned on, like I would be working on the farm, and a creeper would just come up from behind me, blow me up, and then destroy part of the farm. Like I would have to get deep slate again. I would have to plug up whatever hole. Like it would put a hole in the water line that I had, and then the water would destroy the redstone that I had built.
As well as any crops that if you had any down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just annoying. It's not a fun it's not a fun mechanic anymore. It used to be. It absolutely used to be because it's kind of like the creeper is essential to Minecraft. It's unequivocally. Like, that's why like the first thing I think of when I was like, oh, I'm gonna do mosaic, creeper mosaic, of course, because it's like creeper's like the most quintessential mob in Minecraft.
Yeah. It's become so embedded that they can't remove it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also like incredibly it's not really relevant. It's not it's kind of pointless, and it's if anything incredibly destructive,
Yeah.
like literally. Like, so
It's
I
it's
don't know.
destructive in a way that's no longer fun.
I would like to see them like they have with the oh geez, I'm drawing a blank on it. The conduit, where you
Uh-huh.
get an area of underwater breathing. have an area that's like creeper damage free.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think part of that is also that they kind of take the Bethesda route and they let the people who they pretty much just let the part of the community that really wants it gone mod it out
Yeah.
of like, well, we don't have to develop this because the people who really care about it are just going to download a mod and take it out themselves.
Yeah, which is what we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really wouldn't mind like having to set up like a beacon that would make it immune to creeper damage for a couple hundred chunks.
Mhm.
Or even a couple dozen chunks. Like it would be nice to like set something up and be like, okay, now we're creeper free. You know, without server mods, without anything else. It's just completely vanilla.
Yeah. I'm
And
having a
that
hard
would
time swallowing a pill. Ah.
Oh, you okay? But yeah, that would allow them to leave the creeper in as it stands and then give a pure game mechanic to remedy the problem that we end up with it.
Right. And they did a pretty good job. I like the I set up a single player instance and just to kind of play through the early game with copper, and it really does make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, because you can get armor almost instantly, and you have decent armor almost instantly, rather than trying to like you can't make stone armor, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
there's
So
no such thing as stone armor.
you'd have to either kill a crap load of cows to get the leather,
And
which
even
leather
then,
armor
leather doesn't do much.
yeah, leather's not great. So copper is so plentiful early game,
Yeah,
you know.
I have a ton of copper.
Yeah, and that's why like when I first started building the studio, I chose copper because like, oh, I've got a bunch of this. And it looks nice once it rusts.
Yeah, we had so much copper that we were throwing it away. Like
Yeah.
we had pretty much a full chest at one point of copper blocks because we had so much copper.
Yeah, so it's like, use it up, and use it for something. And up until now, it's only been really good for a building block. And now we can use it for tools. We can use it for armor. Like it's really really good. Plus, I love copper is my favorite metal. Personally, like I like it so because it's red, and no other metal is red. So like, it's a neat look. It's nice to see the zombies wearing copper armor too.
Yeah, that was surprising at first, and I was like, oh yeah, copper armor.
Yeah, and they drop it too, which is nice. Like it's in their loot table. All right, well, let's go show people the monstrosity that is my forever item sorter. I still really like this hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. This needs to be updated. I'll update this as we go. Oh yeah, wow.
And we got the happy gas since last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got a happy gas. We need to name him or her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Oh, then your chicken.
Oh yeah, my giant chicken.
All hail chicken.
My evil chicken.
Evil chicken with red eyes.
It has red eyes, that's how you know it's evil.
I went back and walked through this and was just kind of admiring like my work yesterday and was like, I still love this. I still think that this is amazing.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so I haven't done any work on the Crimson, but if we come up here, oh, we've got a tree. This is where I've been growing tree. That's why there's our spruce trees specifically. That's why there's the podzol down here. But this is all one giant machine now. We have mangrove down here in this little. I was running into an issue because I remembered I thought I had 4 more woods that I needed to sort, but it ended up being I had 5 because I forgot about acacia wood.
Mhm.
So I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna stack 3 on top of each other. I had this little area down here that I was just gonna like make a mural on the wall anyway. I was like, screw it, I'll just dig it out and put a storefront down there. And I think it really works, especially once I get the Steve mosaic down. You'll just walk across and into here and down, and down here's mangrove.
Yeah.
But it's actually surprisingly easy to traverse and get around. That was one of the things that I was thinking about too while making this is how do I walk around this damn thing? This is the biggest item elevator that I'm using. So this is the little bit of redstone that I know. And this is a switch. It's a back and forward. It's just an on-off switch that powers a tower of redstone torches that progressively turn the droppers on. So when we put an item in here, you'll watch. It travels up and out.
Okay.
And because it uses droppers directly into a hopper, it actually doesn't click, so it's silent. Otherwise, otherwise the droppers click. Which I love that it's silent. I like that you don't hear the click in it. It just transports the item around. We got jungle wood on the top. I had it go I try to have it go from lightest to darkest from lightest on the top, darkest on the bottom. And all of these are the redwoods. I could have put cherry over here, but I didn't want to make it four tall, so I put cherry on the bottom over here. And then pale oak on the top.
Gotcha.
So now that it's all connected, now that it's all built, now we have the wonderful job of going through and covering it all up with the facade to make it look like a shopping mall. Much like the other wood. So hopefully I get that done by next. That shouldn't be that bad. This part was really like the killer part. This part is like I have to build a ton of chests. I've got to combine a ton of chests with a ton of iron to make all the hoppers. I have to get all the redstone to make the comparators and the torches and the repeaters. Like I don't know how many items this is sorting now, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
But all stone and all wood is pretty damn good, I think.
Yeah, very good.
Next up,
I have realized how much having a server takes the load off because wow, does local single player instance of Minecraft run like shit ass on my computer.
yeah, it runs like ass on my computer, babe. Like it's crazy. That's why I insist on running a dedicated.
Yeah.
Especially the way that we are because we run an API called Spigot. And
Mhm.
it's basically take the like it runs fine on Java like we are, but it runs fine up until we hit about 3 to 4 gigabytes in world size. Beyond that, it starts to chug. Spigot, I think our main world size is like 10 to 12 gigs at the moment, and it's handling it just fine. It's just great. This server's been running Spigot. Like I will always run Spigot now because it's just like a tune-up. It just makes everything run nicer.
Mhm.
It's doing Minecraft better than Mojang. Ha ha ha, take that Mojang. But it also allows for like server mods and I think we can still do plugins without Spigot, but
Right.
it still allows for like server mods. So if we really want to do things, it makes it much easier to facilitate that. This is getting big. This item sorter is getting really big.
Getting big.
Uh-huh. Well, my last item sorter, I don't know if it didn't sort this many items automatically. I had a couple items that I had to sort by hand, but I was sorting 350 plus items on that one. I'm not sure if we've hit that mark on here yet.
Right.
But we're
Probably not.
over 250. I know, I guarantee you we're over 250 items sorted. But there's like 8 to 900 in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. I don't know, this is what I do for fun. This is what makes sense to me. This is what's fun to me.
Right.
Because if I ever need anything, I just come here. Especially now. Now I can find everything. Like, I use a lot of wood to build. So now I just chuck it in the item sorter. Like, if once I'm done harvesting, chuck it all in the item sorter, come back whenever I want to build something, pick out exactly what I need, and then I don't ever have to worry about clunky, like, about chest monsters. Or, overloaded chests or anything. I have an idea for the cherry down here. I'm not gonna have like a storefront as much as I'm just gonna kind of build cherry trees.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna build custom cherry trees, have them make them look way better than the stock Minecraft tree. And then just do that. Have a really big and open. I don't know what to do for the pale oak. I haven't worked with pale oak enough to really like give it a go. I actually don't think I've worked with it at all.
Hmm.
And then we even have the oh geez, azaleas. Iggy azaleas. Wait, no, not that one. But yeah, we got azaleas. I didn't know they had their own leaf. I thought they just had the flower leaf. But if I'm remembering correctly now, this leaf is just like the oak leaf, but it doesn't turn brown in deserts.
Oh, okay.
So you can have green leaves wherever you want. Fun stuff to learn about Minecraft. And then I like the little, I don't know if I can put these down here. No, I can't. You need dirt. The little like tree flowers, like they're kind of like bonsai trees. But yeah, we sort everything that can be sorted. The only thing that can't be is the boats, but we still have a spot for them just in case.
Just in case we get a shitload of boats.
We have a bunch of boats in the house. We have
We have
bunch of oak boats.
4 of them.
There's like 6. What?
I don't know.
So by next week, I'm definitely trying to have the Steve mosaic done because I don't like the dip down here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have the Steve mosaic done, and then I'm gonna try to have some of the facades for the thing here done, or for the woods. Oh, come in here! I want to show them this because I started experimenting with this. I covered up the hoppers for the spruce. So spruce is like one of the easiest woods to harvest because the trees grow so damn tall, and you end up with basically a stack out of each tree. So I've went with trapdoors on the bottom to cover the hoppers, and then the new shelf in the middle to kind of break up to break it up. Plus, I put a stair at the top to like smooth out the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks good. I might do this for the rest of them. It's
I
gonna
like
be a
the look of
lot.
the shelves.
You like the shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's neat. I especially like that it's 3D. It's got texture to it. Because that's the one thing I don't like anymore is just flat blocks in Minecraft. We don't need any more flat blocks.
Yeah.
You know, we need more things with bumps on them so that way we can do things like that. And have it look like it's like not flat.
Yeah, that does seem to be where they seem to be going with a lot of the new stuff, is just making it as textured as possible.
Which is nice. I think it's good. I'm so happy with this.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I like how, like, once it's done, it's gonna be like, wait, this is an item sorter? Because right now you can see all, like, the you know, the structure or the infrastructure behind it. But I think once I get it all covered up, it'll look really, really impressive. More than now. More than now.
Yeah.
I kind of like that a lot. All right, so back to the studio.
Back to the studio. I do like my big chicken.
I love it. It's so cute. Oh, it's on the map now. I just heard the sugarcane farm go off. That thing is producing. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's your chicken on the map.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Top-down chicken. I like how the map is just accurate enough that you can actually see the bill on the duck.
Yeah, right? Well, each one, I think when it gets down to this, it's 1 block per pixel.
Right?
So each pixel should be represented. Or each block should be represented. I gotta add more to the top of that.
To the top of the map.
Yeah, to the top of the map, because it's the item sorter goes up farther beyond it. And I think it'd be nice to have like the whole item sorter in it.
Yeah.
Plus then the where the cactus farm is currently is going to be where the color shop, or I forget what I'm going to call it. It's gonna be like a color emporium or something. Like it's where, you know, 16 different colors of paint, glass blocks, glass panes, 16 different colors of wool, wool carpets, 16 different colors of terracotta and glazed terracotta. Like it gets a little, there's so many different colored items in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have that to look forward to after I'm done with all of the wood bills.
Very nice.
Thank you. Oh, one last thing. I did talk to Felipe before he went on vacation, and he said that like the desk is, he did like just add more onto the desk, but he said he matched the wood. It just needs to be varnished.
Sure. I'm not quite sure how much varnish is going to help with this.
I don't know. He said he's gonna take care of it. He says it's gonna look good.
You know, I'll trust him.
It's been good so far. I mean, the work is nice so far.
Minecraft.
I love it. So now also the other thing is too is we got to get into the end and get shulker boxes.
That is true.
So what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week? It's a great question.
Maestro. I know you've been playing a lot of Maestro.
Oh yeah, I have been playing Maestro. I've been playing a lot of Maestro. I really like Maestro. Maestro is I keep saying that this is the kind of game that VR was made for. It is the game that people looked at. Do you remember when Nintendo was pushing the Wii and they came out with Wii Music? And it was just ridiculously cringy watching, I want to say, Shigeru Miyamoto, Reggie Fils-Aimé, and like a few other guys on stage pretending to play music with the Wiimotes.
I don't remember that, no, but that's I can picture it, and oh my god, it's cringe. Oh my gosh, yeah.
But Maestro is a VR game where you play as the conductor of an orchestra. And you wave your baton and you wave your hand and like you raise your hand, lower it. It's a rhythm game, and it is just a ridiculous amount of fun. You know, you wave your baton in sync with the music, you point at the different parts of the orchestra to let them know when to start, and they have some weird licensed music that I bought. I got the copy from the developer, and they have a thread in the Steam forums looking for suggestions on music. But they have the things that you would expect from an orchestra. Like pretty much all of the songs that you would expect are in the game. But they also added in the, I kind of want to buy it because it's $3. They added in the battle song from Star Wars Episode 1.
Ooh.
When Obi-Wan and Anakin are having their lightsaber fight on Mustafar.
Yeah.
They added in on the other DLC that I have, they added in the Game of Thrones theme song.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
They added in one of the songs from Lord of the Rings. And they're adding in DLC. The thing has a bunch of songs, and the hard mode is ridiculously difficult.
Were you playing it on hard when I watched you, or were you playing it on medium?
No, I was playing it on medium.
Oh, okay. That already looked difficult.
It's the medium one is manageable. Okay. When you get to hard, that's when it gets just ridiculously, like you are doing full on, having to do full measures with one hand and the other hand at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
And I love the game because it's, like I said, it's perfect for it's the exactly the kind of game you want out of VR. It is when you do well and you finish and the crowd starts clapping and throwing roses. And when you fail, if you actually fail a song, they start throwing tomatoes at you.
Oh, that's great.
And then I love like the little touches, because like when you finish a song, and you go back to the stage, your assistant comes up and he has a little platter, and it'll show you like there's little cards on the platter, and there's like cards, there's notes on the cards. You get cards when you unlock because you unlock new gloves, you unlock new batons, new costumes for your orchestra, new theater designs. But every time you complete a song, you on the tray, there's a little glass of champagne and a little plate of macarons. And they added in like you can grip, because there's two buttons on the VR controller. And if you grip the macaron too hard, it'll crush it. So like you can break them by if you grip them with both fingers instead of one, it'll crush it. But you can just take the glass, take the cookies, and like just like eat them, like, and I just do that where like I'm just getting into the character of like looking at the music sheet while just like sipping and then grabbing a cookie, eating it. And it's just little shit like that I love in VR.
It is a game it is like on the top of my list of like games I really want to get. And I really am not that into VR because the damn thing just gets too damn hot.
I'm playing a lot more VR now because the temperature has gone down, because it's been in the 50s and 60s. Whereas there's a period over the course of the summer that I cannot play VR because it's disgustingly hot out.
Yeah, and I might give it a go now because like the last time I tried to play VR, first of all, it was like a first person game where you like walk around.
All right.
And it was like, and you like fight people, and the person that I was playing with was like shoving me around in every single direction, and it was genuinely nauseating. And like I couldn't get my footing on anything, so it was like, and then it started getting really, really hot, so I was getting nauseous and hot, and it's like, girl, no, can't do this. And so I might give that game another go now that it's starting to cool down. But like Maestro is all standing in one spot. Like, when you're in a single spot, it makes VR so much easier.
Yeah, it's standing in one spot, and it's really, you kind of have to get used to it, because in VR you're used to making grandiose gestures, but in this game you don't have to. It's really like the game even tells you it's like just like all you need are small hand movements.
Yeah.
I have a few other VR games I kind of want to get back into. I have Beat Saber, which is fun.
I love Beat Saber. I fucking love that game.
Beat Saber. I have Duck Season.
Ooh.
Which is a horror game that apes off of Duck Hunt.
Okay.
And I have a few other games that I want to play again now that I've broken my VR headset out.
I've got a game called Tentacular.
Uh-huh.
It's you play a giant squid and you like help a town out by like using your giant squid tentacles.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun. Gorn is always fun.
Gorn I fell out of love with.
You did? Okay.
I fell out of love with Gorn mostly because I played the game very early when it came out. And over time, they heavily rubberized the weapons.
Yeah.
And it became... I really hated that, because, like, you have battle axes and stuff, and you would hit an enemy, and it would just, like, kind of bounce off of them. The only thing I really remember enjoying from Gorn was where you would have someone come up and attack you, and I would, like, put my hand over their face and just start ripping their limbs off.
That's great.
There is a game I need to get back into. It's Blade and Sorcery.
Oh, I've heard about that one, yeah.
Which is more of a it's Gorn if it was realistic.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with that game is like doing certain stuff like that is very difficult. it's very difficult in VR because you don't have that physical feedback.
Yeah.
And also they tend to not. I am terrible at throwing things in VR. But it is fun, like in Blade and Sorcery, it's fun sneaking up on an enemy, like reaching around, grabbing their mouth, and then just like pulling a Game of Thrones and just like reaching around and just like stabbing them multiple times in the chest.
Brutal.
Or like getting up right behind someone, like grabbing their shoulder and just like stabbing them in the back. That
That's
game,
fun.
they added in, because when Blade and Sorcery first released, it was only sandbox, and they've added in a dungeon crawler mode since then. They've also added in mods. They've added in mods, and of course, one of the first things that people made was lightsabers.
Yay.
They added in Star Wars stuff, so like there's lightsabers, there's blasters. It's really weird having a game like that with guns, but there are guns from the mods.
And then, of course, Shrek and Thomas the Tank Engine.
Probably. It's not, a game doesn't have mods until Thomas the Tank Engine has been modded in.
This is correct. That's how you can tell if a game is popular. If a game has made it, it's got a Thomas the Tank Engine mod.
And Shrek.
And Shrek. Yeah.
Yes. Because as one of our commenters said, Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
This is true.
And
anything else you've been playing this week?
that's pretty much it. Outside of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I finished Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
And by finished Fortnite, I mean I got to level 201 in the battle pass, and I don't want to play the game anymore until the next season starts.
You finished that early, didn't you?
I did. I finished it early. At the point that we're at, I should be at level 143 to like consistently level up the battle pass before the next one comes out. The next season doesn't start until November 2nd. So I'm nearly a month ahead.
Oh, damn.
I do have more games that I need to play. I have so I finished Maestro. That was a game that I got a review code for. I've also been playing a game called Darkenstein 3D that I got a review code for. It is a Wolfenstein clone where you play as a homeless guy looking for his dog, but also during World War II.
Okay.
And there's comedy elements, like the health that you get is you get health. One of the health pickups is apple pie, and it's because homeless people love apple pie. Like that's just kind of the running joke. You get there's blocks of cheese that you can pick up that increase your maximum health. But the game itself is very,
Interesting. Very interesting mechanics. Like,
it's a very modern Wolfenstein 3D.
yeah.
So there's no jumping. You find secrets by bumping into the wall.
Okay.
And it's just kind of like you have a big arsenal of weapons, and the map is very grid based, like Wolfenstein. and you're a homeless guy going through the battlefield of World War II, trying to find your dog. And like you're a homeless guy, so like and there's a lot of comedy around that. So like you come across a dying soldier, and your guys and the soldiers expositing this stuff with what the Germans are doing, and your guy just goes, "Can I have your boots?" And the soldier's just
Wow.
like, "Fine,
Okay.
you can have my boots. I'm dying anyway."
Wow.
But that game, it releases toward the end of the month, so I want to finish my review and get it up before then. I'm not on any sort of it's a solo dev project. I'm not on any sort of NDA, so I can talk about it. But it fully releases toward the end of the month. It will be free to play when it comes
Okay.
out, and the dev's going to release additional chapters for money.
Okay. It sounds like a good game. It sounds like it'll be fun.
It's fun. It's a cute little, it's a cute little shooter. It pays a lot of homage to the Wolfenstein 3D era shooters. It kind of did to Wolfenstein. It's like Wolfenstein 3D, but with a Rise of the Triad aesthetic. But it is fun. It is fun. I am enjoying it. It does have, it's got a lot of humor in it, where you're just kind of this crazy homeless guy who finds himself battling waves of German soldiers because you're trying to find your dog. Like you have no, and the Allied soldiers that you come across keep trying to rope you into this Wolfenstein type story, and you're just like, nah, I just want to find my dog.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. But I have that. I have Deconstruction Simulator that I still need to play. And that's pretty much it. I don't know how much of Fortnite I'm going to play in the next season, because the next season is supposed to be a mini season, and it's apparently The Simpsons,
Oh, okay.
which I would say is really weird. But also, Fortnite got really weird during the current Halloween season, or the current Halloween event. They've completely added in the Scooby-Doo gang,
Yeah, you told me about that. It's crazy.
which is really weird, seeing Scooby-Doo walking on his hind legs carrying an assault rifle, shooting people. And I posted in my one Discord chat because I the one of the crossovers that they have in the Halloween event is Doja Cat. Doja Cat in the game as the Mother of Thorns. And I was playing Fortnite, and I defeated Doja Cat. And when you defeat her, she goes into a down state. And when you interact with her, you can recruit her as a companion. And when I recruited her, it kicked Scooby-Doo off of my team, and he became hostile. And I posted a screenshot in chat, and I was like, Doja Cat, I'm playing Fortnite, and Doja Cat just shot Scooby-Doo in the face with a shotgun, and I'm smelling burnt toast. Like, that's really a hell of a statement of, I just watched Doja Cat shoot Scooby-Doo, and this is a completely licensed game, and everyone agreed to have their...
Yeah, that I think that's just kind of what Fortnite has become, though. It's just kind of a conglomerate of like pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It's okay. It's fine. That's video games, right?
Yeah. It is funny to me.
Because like Beavis and Butthead are also in the game. Like Peter Griffin's in the game. Like
People are going to be, yeah. Once The Simpsons and Scooby, like you have a game with The Simpsons, a licensed game that has The Simpsons and Doja Cat.
have they done South Park yet?
No.
That's on the horizon, I
But
guarantee it.
considering they've done American Dad, Family Guy, Scooby-Doo, Simpsons, like, it can't be that far off.
It's only a matter of time. They've done Bob's Burgers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
The
South
only
Park
thing
done
I
that.
could see being a problem is form-fitting the characters to the... Because you'd have to do, like, adult versions of the characters, right?
Well, yeah, but you would just do like regular versions, and they would just be like wearing like stupid versions of the costumes that the characters in the show are wearing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it would just be like, you know, it wouldn't need to be like accurate.
Yeah.
It would just need to be like, you know, representative of it. So
So yeah,
I think
that's
it'd
what
be
I've been
fun.
playing this week. I did get Killing Floor 3 for the Xbox, but I haven't played much of it. I rented that. And I'm waiting to be given a copy of Battlefield 6 on the Xbox. So I might have that to talk about next week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess that's a good place to call the show this week.
I think so.
Yep. If you do want to support whatever the hell this is, you can check us out on patreon.com/MMO Fallout. Join for as little as $1 hair a month. And I try to get the episodes up on Mondays and then get them out to the public on Wednesdays, depending on how much I hate my day job that week. But where can we find you, Hannah?
You can find me over at the Sentinels of the Store Discord over at youtube.com/newscartridge.
Cool. I will see you all next week, and it's time for Polaris with Hey Sandy to play us out.
Thanks, everybody. Bye. See you next week.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Danny Trejo.